What's going on, everybody? Not here, aka Brother Jeffrey, and this is a really special moment right now because we are on episode 1 of the High Times podcast, and we have a very special guest, ladies and gentlemen, Brother Moko in the house, y'all. Yes, sir. Okay.
Wow.
This is dope. Yeah, that was a pretty. that was a pretty good. That felt real, huh?
Real awesome, bro.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So, man, this is the first ever podcast for the High Times podcast, and there's nobody else I'd rather have on this first episode but you, bro.
So nice. No, thank you very much for having me. Kia ora.
Yes, sir.
Want to say kia ora. Mihi te tuatahi, tutawa mai I runga, tutawa mai I raro, tutawa mai I roto, tutawa mai I wako. Kia tau wai, te mauri tū, te mauri ora, ki te katoa, haumi e hui e, tai ki e. That's just how I say hello.
That was the longest way of saying hello in the world. I love it, bro.
You don't want to hear my goodbye. Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yes. Hey, we want to thank our sponsors real quick before we start getting talking here. We want to thank Tigers Towing out there in Oahu, Ula Fishing out in Kona. And we also got Nick, Ani Construction. Check them out. You guys can check out their Instagrams. I'll be posting it in the caption below. We also want to thank Honors Brand and Ola Brew Company as well. Yep, Honors Brand in the house. Let's go. Yeah, bro. Let's just talk story about it. So this is what this thing is all about. We just want to kind of chat back and forth. And my question for you is, because everybody obviously can tell that you have an accent and just kind of give us some background of where you're from, when you came to Hawaii, where you're from, when you came to Hawaii, and
First
whatnot.
of all, let me just say that if you come to my house, you will have the accent. But anyway, yes, kia ora, everyone. My name is Moko Nui Arangi Makiko. I am a father. I am an entrepreneur. I'm also a loving husband as well.
Beautiful.
I'm a family man. And I have recently moved to Moku Okeawe, Big Island.
Yes, sir.
And have met the brother here. And you know what? It's been amazing. It's been an absolute change of direction, a change of directory for my family.
Totally.
We were able to leave our jobs, pretty much leave our 9-to-5 jobs to become the biggest job, the better job, the family, the father.
And that's the ultimate goal, bro. That's the ultimate goal.
That's why we're here. And it was during COVID. During that COVID time, that when it really made it apparent to us that what really matters to us.
Totally.
We were on that rat race. We were on that cycle of life. And we were ready to, grow old, watch the kids grow up, get to high school. We were just in that flow. We were just doing that. And when COVID happened, it was a stop, pause. And that's really when me and my wife really talked to each other and was like, what really matters? What do we want? Do we want to have those memories with the babies? My oldest was already 5 at the time. And she was already older for us. I have 6 beautiful babies. Number 7 is on its way.
Number 7 on the way,
sir.
baby. Here we go.
Yes.
Yes. Shout out to the Neff for that voiceover.
I gotta throw his yeses in there. We even got my daughter. Check it.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
we got the family. Yes, sir.
The family and the yeses, yes.
But that's when it all started, and that was 2020. It's 2022. It took us, last year was our first year we moved over, me and my wife. It was for my immediate family, for both our immediate families, it was a real change. It wasn't what was really what we were used to. Mm-hmm. My family is there. Kulei's family is there. That's my wife at Polydiva.
Yep.
But
check out on Instagram.
check it out. She was able to leave her banking to get to work with a online company that's been able to bless us as a family.
There you go.
It's been able to bless us to move here, to really take care of our kids. A big reason for moving to Big Island was to strengthen our olelo as a family. I do speak Maori to my kids.
Yep.
My wife does speak olelo Hawaii to them as well. They do go back and forth, actually. And so this was just an opportunity for us to strengthen our taha Hawaiian side here in Hawaii. Being Hawaiian myself as well, and my wife, and having those Kanaka kids. We wanted
Yeah.
to be here on Big Island, and so they can do those things. We live on a cul-de-sac that they're able to run around with the neighbor kids. You know, we're in a safe place for them to grow up like that.
Totally.
You know thy neighbor is definitely a part of all of that.
And you know, that's the biggest thing I've noticed about moving to the Big Island for us as well is that it's totally different in connection to the Aina wise here than it is on Oahu where we came from, you know?
I mean, Oahu definitely have their Paina people that
No, totally.
grinding hard.
Yeah.
But you're right. Being here, we've taken our kids around. We were just up at the Mauna.
Yep.
Bro, that was...
There's no other feeling like it, bro.
We were witnessing, and it was so awesome to be there with my kids.
You guys saw You guys saw the lava?
Yes.
Yeah?
Mauna Loa, it was so... We were up at Mauna Kea, we were looking over.
Yeah.
So it was snowing where we were. It wasn't snowing if we could feel it, cold as. But we could, and I was just talking to my kids. We are witnessing land growth.
History.
This is happening right now.
In front of your eyes.
My daughter wanted to dance and hula for Pele, so she did.
Wow.
And and there was just those memories that this is why we're here. We've been at the Black Sands out at Punalu. We've been up
Beautiful
to
out there.
Waimea, and so making all these memories
Yeah, totally.
with the babies. I mean, we made a memory today. Making gingerbread houses.
Making gingerbread houses with the kids, man.
Another one. I mean, and that's what it's been. It's what we really love, and that's why we're here.
Yeah,
That's why we're here.
Totally. I think it's the same goes for me. As we've been here for over a year. You guys came right after us. Excuse me, and it's just been a life-changing experience for us as well. Being here, just kind of being where we live, it's kind of like a secluded place where there's not really a lot of people, not a lot of neighbors and whatnot. We got our cousin over here, our
beautiful property, brother.
Thank you. And it's just it's a spot for the kids to grow in. And we came from Oahu in a 3-bedroom apartment at Kapolei Lofts with a 2-bedroom. With a 2-bath, and then we were paying $3,500 a month.
That was
craziness, bro.
We were in a 2-bedroom, 2-bath
Craziness.
out in Kailua, 35. That was us. And that was just because, we both had good jobs. We both were able to do that. But it
Exactly.
did. COVID did. It stopped it.
It messed up
It
everything.
It made us realize. I mean, I know that a lot of people complain. I've heard a lot of my family still complain about that year. And like, how much, and we're still coming out of it.
Yeah.
That was me and my wife's best year.
Yeah.
We were able to focus on each other, actually, and focus on what mattered to us, what mattered to the kids. I mean, we were again in our apartment. We couldn't leave, so we only had maybe 6 by 4 feet of lanai space that we had outside.
Mm-hmm.
That was the only space that we had for the kids.
Yeah, they locked it down heavy.
Oh no, they locked it down. But it was the blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
It was that thing that made us do this.
Because the instinct, obviously, is to find something that helps work through it, right? If you're not making money at a regular job, you're gonna have to figure out what to do. So just like you guys, we do online sales too. We still do it, just like you guys. We're not heavy into it as we used to be, but we should be because it helped us go through COVID really good, and it helped us to afford that apartment we were living in, just like you guys. But the best thing that happened was that we got to spend more time with the kids. We got to spend more time, as a family. I got to spend more time with my wife.
Yes,
that was the best thing that happened to us in COVID. So,
yeah.
Thanks, COVID, for something.
No, the blessings,
Yeah, thanks for the
the
blessings.
silver lining.
Yeah, exactly. Shoot. So, what school did you go to? Want to know that?
Woohoo! You know
tell
what?
'em.
It's really funny about that question.
Tell 'em.
That and I've learned this
And
especially
tell 'em.
in Hawaii. All you need to ask for someone's life story is what high school they went to. You know what they've done. You know what type of person. But I went to Kahuku, sir.
Hey, give
Class
them
of
a
09.
yes, 07
09.
represent.
Ooh,
Red Raiders for
see,
life.
yes.
Let's go, baby. Yeah.
Hey, yes, sir. And you know what? What a blessing that was. Kahuku, graduated 09. My wife went to Castle. I went. Yep. That's we would just say that's all we need to say about that.
You shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't have said that. Oh no, you got the rivalries going on there. In the
No,
family.
you know what it is though, but we've made it work.
Yeah.
But no, graduated 09. I was Actually, it was the Polynesian Cultural Center that brought my family over. So I was 15 when I moved here.
And that was your parents?
That was my parents that were relocated and worked over at
For PCC. Wait, so they were brought over here specifically for that?
And they relocated our whole family. So they put us up in a hale.
Okay, why is that though? Why is it that it was your family that was brought here?
Well, firstly, let me say that they did go through, what is it called? To me, the word is audition. It's not the word, but it's, the vetting. And it wasn't just there were other names on this list of people to take the role that had left when one of the aunties had passed at PCC.
Okay.
So there was a position open. There were multiple names that would have qualified, definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was my father and mother that ended up coming over. So my mum is Rahira Makiko, who is the cultural specialist up at PCC.
So beautiful. That's dope.
And my father is the manager of the Maori village itself. So that's my background. That's my upbringing. We were performing. Me and my brothers and sisters were.
So was it like a scouting thing? Like they went out.
I would say that word.
Yeah,
that's a good word.
Like,
that's a good
okay,
word.
This person is about to pass. We got to find somebody to.
It was definitely an after. After it wasn't like let's do it while.
No, yeah.
It was
when it happened.
After, then it was. Like,
and then it was like, oh gosh, we got to find somebody.
And you know what's really interesting is that we always actually grew up knowing that we were going to move to Hawaii one day. It was always a one day. It was always a soon.
Okay.
It was always going to happen. We always knew it. I grew up watching PCC videos. We knew the whole scene and all. So by the time we came here, it was like our Disneyland.
Yeah.
We were so excited running around the villages. And so that's my upbringing for my first 3-4 years in Hawaii was at the marae, at PCC. That's also how I feel, we went as homesick because we were with students that came from New Zealand.
Yeah.
So we were with not our own, but we were with us, talking kōrero I te reo, and that was just because we were all new. And then we were on the marae, which is a huge thing for our people, just to be on a marae.
Yeah.
And to have an opportunity to have a marae in Hawaii is actually really big.
Wow, that's crazy.
So that's why we were able to be here. PCC definitely was a blessing for my family. That's what brought us.
Shout
over.
out PCC.
Yee-hee. And then dancing. Dancing was how we raised. I was just saying that me and my brothers and sisters were busking. We were those kids on the street, singing, dancing,
Performing.
costume changes.
On the street.
On the street, no joke. Over there,
That's crazy.
on the side.
Yeah. On the side,
stage.
towel. Bring a towel. Put it up.
No towel.
No towel. Just right into it.
Get into it.
Yeah.
But it was like we never thought anything of it. We were always it was fun.
Yeah.
And it was always like, okay, we're gonna get ready for a performance. Okay, now we're gonna perform. And actually, it wasn't just our family. We would go with other families. We would do Maori, Hawaiian, Cook Island.
It's a show.
We were just a show. And so my
And it
wife
was
calls
a
us
natural thing for you guys.
My wife calls us the Maori Von Trapp family. It was so natural.
That's
and so when
crazy.
we moved to Hawaii, we stepped into we as in my family, stepped into these roles.
Yeah.
Of cultural specialist with my mum. We were at PCC, but PCC allowed us to explore. So me and my brother were at the Tahitian village, like I'm talking like right after school.
Yeah.
Till it closes, Monday through Friday.
Just to
no, Monday through Saturday.
Wow.
Just to be there. It was just like our Disneyland.
Yeah. Yeah.
We loved it. We went to Samoa. Next minute we're in Hawaii, learning, making poi.
Everything.
Samoa, my brother's climbing the coconut. We were on stage, like getting the crowd fa'i po. We were those kids.
Wow, that's dope. That's crazy, man.
And so when that was back in 09. 09 officially opened the Breath of Life show. So I was on that first cast. My brothers...
The Breath of Life show is amazing.
My brothers were on it. It was so amazing to be a part of it.
Yeah.
And that was my graduating year.
Because I remember the older show. What was the older show called?
Yeah. Putting me on the spot. Horizon.
Horizon. I remember it. But the story of Ha is just so crazy. And do they still do Ha? No.
Ha is on still.
I wonder when they're gonna change it again. That's such a good. The Ha is a good show.
Ha was awesome to be a part of, and it was the first time because prior to that, and I'm just gonna speak my opinion, my opinion. But prior to that, we would go on as cultures, for Maori, go on, do a poi, do a haka, sing an action song, do a traditional chant, get off. Samoa will do their sasa, their slap, these items, get off. And it was just sort of like that. With Ha, the story that had to be sort of incorporated to weave us all in for people to follow a storyline. And that was the theatrical part of that. Because prior to that was very culturally hard.
Yeah.
Then as a culture, as cultural specialists in all the cultures, we had to adapt to this theatrical way of performing. And if you have seen the show, there are theatrical points where passing happens, the new life.
That's the crazy part.
Birth, and so all these things are happening in the show. And that was the first time as performers that we were a part of something. We were staying up late. Oh my gosh. I had work 3 days. So I would get up, I'll do canoe show. We would do luau, do night show, rehearse till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. They would feed us. They would give us.
You pretty much live there, bro.
Oh,
you live there.
We loved it. We would run across the road, across from old McDonald's.
Yeah.
Not the recent one, we're talking about the Marae one.
Yeah.
And we would run across the road.
The one with the waterfall.
Yes.
The McDonald's with the waterfall.
Yes,
Oh man, I miss that McDonald's, man.
Bro, we were walking there every day because we would take the PCC pass, and I'm gonna apologize now. That was probably my fault. We would take the PCC passports.
Okay.
We would get them stamped, so it wasn't just collecting, but we would go around and we would get them stamped because if you got them stamped, you would get a free Happy Meal.
So you get them stamped all the time.
All the time.
Free Happy Meals all day.
Happy Meals
every day.
Got so bad. Oh, what did my sister want again? Oh, and I'll have I think she wanted a nuggets. Yeah, a nuggets. She's not here with me. I got to get 2 tickets for my sister that's not here.
There you go.
Hey.
Apologize to the waterfall McDonald's.
That's probably why.
That place was so awesome, dude.
So awesome.
So awesome. I miss it so much. Now they got the new McDonald's, a modernized McDonald's there, but
everywhere else.
Like everywhere else, McDonald's is a crazy franchise.
But that's my light year. That's my light year.
Totally. That's a light year I remember,
It was a blessing to be a part of that community. Still be a part of that.
Still be a part of the community, yeah.
And just to raise.
And being here in the Big Island is, I swear, it is like a clone to being on the east side, North Shore side of Oahu. Ha'ula, it's like it, and everybody here kind of reminds you of that. They don't know how to drive, and
I was gonna say country, but. Yeah. Hey, you know what long driving is? It's just that get on it.
Hey, just to let you guys Big Island drivers know, Panewa Stretch, the left lane is a fast lane. Stop driving slow in the damn thing. Jeez.
We're doing PSAs on this.
Oh, man, we are definitely doing PSAs on this thing, man. You guys are killing me over here on Big Island. And Oahu, you too, man. I don't know. Hawaii just got some crap drivers, bro. I don't know. Hey, so I just went to Disneyland with the kids.
Woo, congratulations.
Yeah, it was horrible. It was so horrible.
Hey, you know what?
It was horrible.
We're gonna get right into that.
We're gonna get right into it, bro.
We're not even gonna talk about the blessing.
You know what? It was a blessing. Totally, it was a blessing. We went to Vegas. Went to Vegas, checked out a place because we're moving to Vegas in June of next year. Everybody, I don't know if you knew that yet, but now you know. We're moving to Vegas in June, so we went to go check out I went to the casinos, and me and my wife, we love the casinos. And we just left the kids. We just left the kids up in the room. And we just had fun. We met up with my friend Matt, and he was with us for like the whole 2 days that we were there.
I wasn't stalking your story. Man.
Yeah.
But I knew.
You knew already. You knew already.
I know already.
But the craziest thing was the drive from Vegas to California just to go to Disneyland. And it was cold in Vegas. Like, it was freezing. Like, we woke up in the morning. It was like, to us, Hawaii, it's freezing when it hits 60, 65, right? But Vegas, it was beautiful. like 42, and I was like, okay, this is cold.
That was Mauna Kea.
Yeah, definitely, because we went up there too.
Right.
My wife them didn't go, but we went up with Taylor and them, Taylor and Alexis when we went up, and but when we drove from Vegas to California, there was a spot like right in the middle I forget what the town was or the place was called, but it was like 25 degrees, bro. 25, right? And I put on my windshield wipers I was like, oh, I'm a Hawaii boy. I don't know. I've never seen water freeze in the air. So I put on my windshield wipers and all of a sudden, like just powder. It was crazy. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. It was nuts. And then I rolled down the window, just a hard head of me. Rolled down the window just to kind of feel it just a little bit. And it went, dude, it was freezing. It was freezing. All the kids were sleeping. My wife was sleeping.
It dropped the temperature in that car. Boom.
Dude, real quick. And then so we get to Disney. We get to the hotel to go to Disneyland, and everything's all good, man. We're all feeling good. First day at Disney, we get there. It changes when you get older. Disneyland changes a lot. Not just your whole outlook on it. It's kind of you've been to Disneyland.
Yes. I think it's just changing.
And you've been there when you're younger, right?
Yes. Oh.
Not young. Yeah.
Not child.
So I used to go maybe like 3-4 times a year with my grandpa.
Right.
Right. With my grandpa. And it was just
talk
like
about that. Talk about that. Because that's huge.
Okay, so my grandpa he's from Montebello, California. He's like an OG. He's an OG California guy. Straight Mexican, full Mexican. So I'm like half Mexican. But then he would always I would have summer breaks from elementary school, middle school, and whatnot, and he would always call my mom and tell my mom like, "Hey, I'm flying down, picking up 90, and I'm bringing him back to California." And my mom would be like, "Oh, well, all right." So, or even she would put me on a plane by myself, bro. I would fly there by myself because you could back then.
When you can.
Yeah, before pre 9/11 and stuff,
yes.
You could as a kid. And that's what I would do. I'd fly to California 3-4 times a year, and my grandpa would take me to Disneyland for 10 days straight. And I used to just love it, and he would love it too. And he was a photographer, and that's where I got into photography is from my grandpa. He's heavy into photography. He gave me my first camera. It was a Nikon, and it was it was one of the kind of Polaroid style one. Yes. So that's where it came from. But he would take me every single year. And I loved it. The vibes was just there, They never had the turkey leg back then, but they had everything else. The churros, just the whole vibe. It was just super good. And then as I got older, it changed, dude. It changed just like your birthdays. It changes, right? Like your birthdays, when you hit after 30, you're just like, okay, I'm kind of over the birthdays already. I don't even want to know if it's my birthday, right? I guess it's that. But then, for me, I thought that bringing my kids there would spark it back in me. And it kind of did. It kind of did in the beginning. But man, dude, it's changed a lot. Being that the employees and stuff, they're all grouchy and ignorant and and I think it's that whole COVID that messed everything up.
I was just about to say, that is not unique.
No.
To Disney.
No, not at all.
Especially if you are traveling and as a guest anywhere. But yeah, that is not unique to
totally.
The whole change of the working force.
Yeah.
That has, and I was a manager over at Buzz's Steakhouse.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out Buzz's Steakhouse.
Ooh, yes. You better do that.
Can we get some free meals next time we come out there just for shouting Buzz's Steakhouse?
No, not free.
Oh, okay.
No. This is
discount.
This is
Buzz's
support
Steakhouse.
Local. This is support local.
Okay,
but
support
anyway,
local. Buzz's Steakhouse.
I didn't even know where I was going with that. But anyway, Buzz's Steakhouse. See, I've lost it.
No. Workforce. Yes.
So being a part of that restaurant post, pre-COVID and post-COVID.
Yeah.
I got to see firsthand my employees.
Just kind of.
And I gave it up to them. Of course I wouldn't stay off of work for.
So what was it totally? Was it the okay, so COVID hit, now I'm getting paid to not be at work. But now I got to come back to work and I don't want to be at work. Is that what it is? That's totally. The whole mindset?
That's great.
That's what it seems like.
No, totally. And it was also because there were many, and I'm not just talking about what my first issue was, but it was just what I saw. A lot more people were making a lot more off work to not go to work. Why would anyone want to come back to work?
Totally.
To work for not penny, but to come back to what it was prior to.
See, I didn't even realize that because I was driving truck and I was considered essential, right? So I worked all the way through COVID, and then when it came towards the end, actually when it peaked in the middle of COVID, that's when I decided to do our online business.
So I was the same. I was blessed to have a job during COVID. So I never lost my job, and that was a blessing.
Totally,
because a lot of people didn't.
But there were people
Hindsight teaches now. Hindsight now, looking back, it was. Now, would I change anything? Hell no. We were able to establish, a new takeout menu.
Yeah.
We were there to figure out this new takeout thing because we weren't used to takeout.
Totally.
We were dealing with in-house. And then we had to deal with restaurant capacity. You had to drop your tables in half. There was all these restrictions. You had to only so many employees on you. All these employees had to wear masks. And then you're talking about a menu. What was that?
Yeah, all muffled out.
Flashback.
Right.
Take me back. And that's what it was.
And while your coworkers are at home.
Now we're talking. Now we're slowly bringing people back.
Yeah.
And then it's just.
I don't want to be here.
Then it's them. But now we're talking about guests too. It was just a whole change of the world,
Because it didn't just.
I can only eat outside now.
Yeah.
Doctors.
Yes.
Doctor says.
Yeah.
And we were
because it didn't just come back as full force. It came back slowly.
We would cater. We opened up a whole outside area that we did not even have prior to.
And nobody was sitting inside.
No one was sitting out. Well, more people would
sitting outside than
prefer
inside,
definitely, and I can understand. But now you're waiting. Now you're waiting an hour.
Yeah.
We would have hour and a half waits, or you can eat now inside.
Nah, I wait for the outside.
And for us to even open our doors, you already know we had to sanitize after each guest.
Mm-hmm.
We could not have anything on the table that would cross-contaminate in terms of guests. So no salt shakers, no ketchup bowls, all of that was off. So we now as workers had to make sure that we were catering to that, and then we couldn't lose the experience. We had to maintain the experience, but changing the bro. Let me tell you, if you have not worked in any type of restaurant or in that scene, I mean, you're a duck.
Yeah,
and you're just
yeah.
Excuse me.
No, you can swear.
Haddling.
Yeah.
Haddling like crazy.
Yeah.
You're not that steak that's going on those ovens, bro, on those grills, boom, boom, boom. There's a whole system happening. And so I was happy and thankful to be a part of all of that. It taught me a lot.
Yeah.
Even just taught me a lot to be, because I was able to get into the managerial positions.
Yeah.
And
it grew knowledge.
Exactly.
Knowledge.
It just added
Crazy.
to my kite of knowledge.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, even my bosses we would do workshops. We would do, how to become a better leader. Things, and it was an effort on my establishment in us.
Well, and you can totally see that in you during. I cruise at you how many days already, and you know what I mean. And I can see it. You came with me to Oahu. We went to Ola Brew together.
That was amazing.
And it's just I can totally tell that customer service comes out of you, even if you're not working. It's just your.
And you know what I will say? That's our blood.
That's awesome.
As indigenous people, bro, we all have that aloha spirit.
Why can't everybody
have
that?
Aloha. You know what I will say? And my uncle, I'm gonna quote my uncle. He would say this. That's what they saw.
Yeah.
When they saw us across the ships.
Yeah.
We were so in tune with everything.
Totally.
From the papa to rangi, everything. We were connected.
Yeah.
And that was aloha. That was aroha, alofa. That was all of that. That just encompassed everything.
And I think that's what I think that's what the world needs, man. I think Disneyland needs some aloha, man. You guys need to take, because they actually have courses on aloha. They have of how to be, because like when I was doing security, we had this thing called the aloha, like a course that we would take.
Oh yes.
And every letter of aloha means something, and it's like that's what we went by, right? And that's what I think everybody in this world needs is aloha. Like we need more people to spread aloha. That's what it is. And not negativity. Like everything's changed in this whole world after COVID, and we just need to bring back the aloha spirit. Even in Hawaii, it's changed a lot. there's not a lot of people that have Aloha in Hawaii either, as much as there used to be, you know. And man, because coming from Hawaii and going to Disneyland, it's a total different thing, man. It's like it's a total culture shock. If you've never been to Disneyland and this is your first time going, or you're coming up on a trip and you guys are going to Disneyland, just be prepared for a big culture shock, because it's a crazy thing, and just to not see Aloha going around. And I think that's what it was. And now seeing it from your point of view of you talking about like your coworkers and seeing how they acted.
Oh, I'm sure they went through a whole change of
what it was.
Co-work bodies, and I'm sure they went through different. I'm sure they know. You know, we're not thinking that people are clueless. People know. They probably got things in place to help their employees. You know, share the Disney spirit with a smile.
Yeah.
But you know, the world's changed.
Yeah, big time.
The world's changed,
Big time.
and we as individuals, you know, what's really awesome about Aloha is you can start today, tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, you can start that journey with Aloha. That whole Aloha, that can be. We all have that.
Start it now. Start Aloha spirit now.
Yes.
Start it now.
Spread Aloha.
And then there's another thing with Disneyland too. This is what made it horrible, man. My wife got sick.
Oh yeah.
So it hit her. The flu hit her. Boom.
Yeah.
Because right now California is going crazy with RSV, the flu, everything. And I didn't know this until we got there. You know, so my wife got the flu. Boom. She hit it. She kind of stuck it out the third day. She handled it. And then it hit my sister. Boom. My sister's, she just turned 12. No, 12, 13. She just turned 12 when we were up there. And it hit her. Boom. So 2 of them were down. The last 2 days, I had to go to take my son, my daughter, and my wife's sister to Disneyland by myself, bro. And that was the most craziest experience. Because I've never been to Disneyland by myself, right? So it's either I was with my grandpa when I was younger, or I was with my wife. And, you know, me and my wife went 3 years ago with our daughter. And it's like I feel lost without my wife, without the, you know, and just having 3 kids.
Oh, so nice.
Oh, it was the craziest thing. And then, anyway, so after the whole Disney trip, that part being horrible, we got to renew ourselves after that. But coming home, my son catches a 102 fever on the plane. He was totally fine getting on the plane. Catches a 102 fever on the plane. We're landing. He's burning hot, bro. So I'm like freaking out.
On Oahu.
No, yeah. We land in Oahu. So right when we're landing, you know, he gets up and he's just like, he's out of it. Like, you can totally tell he's super sick. Dude, I carry him along with all the other luggage that we have, carry-ons, and all the other kids. My wife's sick. My sister's sick. My son is sick. Right when we get off the plane, I'm holding my son. He just barfs all over me in the jet bridge. And we're walking up the jet ramp, and I'm just freaking out. I'm like, oh. And then we get to the bathroom. I wipe him down. He's screaming. He's hot. I take off his shirt. We're walking through the airport without his shirt on. And then my sister starts crying. And she says, I don't feel good. She has to throw up too. Like, it was a disaster couple last days of our Disneyland trip. So we have to go back and we have to renew ourselves because, man, it was supposed to be like the best. We saved up all our money for it, you know. Shit is expensive as shit. Craziness. I don't think we're going to take another Disneyland trip for a while. But moving to Vegas, we might do it more often. I don't know.
And you know what? There are plenty other family-friendly activities out there.
Than just Disneyland.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I mean, we've taken our kids, we took the Amtrak train up from California. There was the coastal line. It took us a day and a half.
On an Amtrak train?
On the train.
What is it, like
like a train. Just a train.
It's just a regular train? And then there's there's rooms in it and stuff?
So we got business class. There were opportunity for people.
How the hell did you do that with 6 kids, bro?
At that time, I think we only had 4 newborn.
Oh,
but anyway,
sorry.
Yeah,
4.
We were good. But we were able to, your chairs. We all had a seat. It was highly full. So it was.
It was kind of empty. Yeah.
Putting our chairs back, reclining.
Nice.
And then there's a restaurant cart. There's a bar cart. My kids, had their activities.
What?
Other kids
inside the train.
In the train while the train is moving.
Then activities in the train.
Open. The sun comes up. We see that. You
breakfast,
know,
lunch,
breakfast, we
dinner.
had breakfast. I think we had 2 lunches, a breakfast, and a dinner.
Jeez.
Bro, it was those, those little.
And
things.
how was it? Was it expensive or was
Oh
it?
no, I don't know. It was not expensive.
It wasn't expensive. Not
We
as
are
expensive as Disneyland.
We are definitely, because we have I was gonna say my Aina.
Yeah.
My pretty much my kids. No, yeah, we have to get those Groupons, and we have to get those.
Dude,
those deals
you need to teach me how to do that because
have.
we need to find deals because our family is getting big just like yours, and it's not the same as it just was when it was just me and my wife and my daughter. It's we're getting there.
No, but there are plenty other things out there. My wife is awesome. My wife is awesome at
Finding the
locating
deals.
those things.
Yeah.
And even I'm like,
She's got to be a travel agent.
Sometimes I'm like dragging my feet. Why do we have to go here?
Yeah.
Next minute, it's my bad for this family experience that we had.
Yeah.
Example, I mean, I think there was one time we're like, why do we have to go to this aquarium? Bro.
Why do we have to go to this aquarium?
The kids love it.
We see this at home.
The kids love
Fishes.
it. They playing around. Then there's like, it was, and those are the things that's, and saying this has allowed us to do it.
Yeah. I definitely want to kind of look into different things when we move to Vegas.
I can't wait for my kids to be able to like get on a roller coaster. Like they can. We have little ones that they've got.
No, full blown roller coaster.
My brother and his partner. They do like Six Flags religiously.
Six Flags, Knott's Berry Farm.
Knott's Berry Farm. And there is actually online, if you look it up, there is what they call the roller coaster roadmap, and you hit all these roller coasters in America.
It's a goal. It's a goal to
like
do it.
boom, boom, boom. It's a whole road trip.
Oh,
it takes you.
man.
I think it's like 3 or 4 days of you planning it, and then you get.
We got to do it.
Bro,
We got to do it.
we got to do it when the kids can do it.
Sheesh.
Because I can't wait to experience those experiences.
Oh, man.
And my kids.
Hopefully they still have roller coasters when they're able to. Bro.
Yeah,
All this
right.
virtual stuff is going on.
Well, actually,
It's
talking about
crazy.
virtual, I was holding my daughter in the basket. You see those ones
Yeah.
that come on TikTok or whatever.
Yeah.
Holding the basket, experiencing the
Yeah.
whole RV. What is it? Not RV.
VR.
VR.
VR. RV is a vehicle that you.
Yeah. The car. But yeah, that whole thing, bro. They love it.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about. Creating memories.
That's awesome, bro.
Let me ask you,
Yeah.
as a father, because when I found out that you were a part of your music
Yeah.
and that whole thing, having that legacy
Yeah.
is what I want to talk about. Having that legacy that, even your kids, I know your baby's aware of all of this, your girl's aware of your music and everything.
Yeah.
But the ones, your more puna that are not even here yet, even when you pass, the question is, what would your advice be to fathers, to dads
Yeah.
that want to create legacies? They want to create legacies for their families.
Oh man. I think honestly my advice would be to do it the right way, to create your legacy the right way, without interference of, anybody's opinions. I guess anybody's opinions or interference
100% yourself.
of the devil. Because when it becomes, when I got into music, I got heavy into drugs. And it was like a religious thing to do drugs.
Part of the world.
It was part of that world, And there's a lot of strong-minded people out there that can push that on the side.
Agreed.
But you won't know until you're actually in it, And that's what kind of drew me away from the nightlife and being part of a band, and just like, because I used to just take advantage of, like, we were, as the Vitals, we were kind of just like, we were going up. It was an up thing, and while we were going up, I was going down, and when I met my wife, I felt that, and it made me realize that when I met my daughter, because my wife had our daughter with a previous relationship, but when I met her, that's when everything changed, that's when everything,
Brother.
it was the
So
craziest,
powerful,
it was the
beautiful.
craziest change. And a lot of people don't really know that, but that's what changed my whole thing of doing nightlife music and stuff like that. And as much as I still love singing and whatnot, I think if I was ever to do it again, I want to do it different and build that legacy for my kids, build that legacy and have them be like, oh, my dad, because there's a lot of my friends that I know that are in the music industry that have parents and fathers and mothers that
Uncles,
were
aunties.
that are like legends in the music
yeah.
industry, and I want my kids to talk about me like that. I want my kids to be like, oh yeah, my dad was a singer. He was, this
Bro,
guy.
you're on the road, brother.
Yeah, well, I'm trying.
You're-
I'm trying.
Hey, and that's all of us.
Yeah,
We're all
we're on the boat right now. Oh yeah.
That's it. We all on the same road.
Moana,
Ooh.
make way,
Actually,
make way.
That's a better one.
Yeah.
Instead of row your boat. Sorry, guys.
So what is the plan for us in the future, bro? What are we doing? Like, since we're friends now, we've linked up within the past month.
No, now you're moving.
And yeah.
The future is to be happy.
Well, guess you guys got to come to Vegas and visit us with
Make some more
6
friends.
kids.
I don't know.
7 kids, actually.
Ooh. Hey.
Yeah, no, but during this time from what we have now until we leave, I want to make sure that we're doing whatever we can to stay close together, because you're a good vibe. All my friends love you, my family loves you guys. You guys got 6 kids. Sheesh. My living room is probably like trashed right now, but it's all good. No, it's all good. I love it. I love it. I love it.
What's the future? It's to be happy, to do what we love,
Yeah.
to live in abundance.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yes.
And
Wait, hold on. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all of that, and it's an everyday.
And just keep people
It's
close.
an everyday. I heard it through my my 7K business.
There you go.
That
Just plug that in right there.
plug that in real quick.
Yeah.
It's that 1%.
Check out my link.
That 1% change.
Be the 1%er, bro.
It's
Be
that
the
change,
1%.
Sorry, it's that 1 degree change.
Yes.
Sorry, that was my bad.
Yeah.
It's that 1 degree change every day. Make that 1 degree change,
Yeah.
whatever that is for you.
Yeah.
And far out. My goal was, this year was to be a 5 a.m. I think there's a word for them in the 5 a.m. club or something. Anyway, to be a part of that, me and my wife were on that track for a good month doing that. And actually, what was beautiful about that is we got up, we took care of ourselves.
Yeah.
And then when 6:37, when the kids were getting up for kula, we were in a better mood. We were there to help.
It's
the kids.
it's pretty much setting yourself
It's
up for the
setting up
day.
for the whole day.
Yeah.
And then so
That's so good.
we are slacking definitely on that.
No, totally.
But
now you got it in me now.
We
You're spreading it now. I think we should, because I'm an early riser, dude.
I am.
Yeah.
Definitely. I am.
But my wife, on the other hand,
whoa.
she's not an early riser,
and
guys.
shout out to those because I know a lot of those.
Yeah.
But
She's like a 9 a.m. person.
See, that's luxury.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, even when we get to like 7:30 on a Saturday,
Oof.
that's like we did it.
Right?
We made it.
I'm like a
We
4:35
made it.
o'clock guy.
Yeah, up.
Yeah.
And so that's a goal that we're gonna get back into.
Yeah. And surrounding yourself with people that want to do the same thing and
Yes.
have the same mindset.
yes.
Always, dude.
Always.
And that's why I think me and you click so much
Always.
is because we have that
Always.
same mindset.
Goals.
Yeah, totally.
Surround
Straight
yourself
goals.
with those people. Brother, you're successful in all that you do in
Thank you, bro.
the stuff
Yeah.
that you put online, but I mean, when I first met you, I was fangirling a little bit. Like, oh my gosh, that's
Dude, and then the next day you were in a video, right? Like the next couple of days,
Hence
you're
the
just
barbecue
in there.
a video.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, bro, it's every day, and that's the beauty about life.
Yeah.
Every day we have another opportunity
Yeah,
to do better, be better.
totally.
And so that's definitely how I love to live. I want to live. That's
Love
how I
it.
want to raise my babies. I want them to remember, just like you said, brother, with the kids, these memories of their father.
Yeah.
So the only way that's gonna happen, their memory is the way that I am, reacting to this.
Yeah,
moment.
totally.
I remember growing up, and I would always tell my dad, and actually I went through this thing on a personal journey. When I would always tell my dad, because he would tell us, get off the couch, you can't jump on the couch, get off the bed, you can't jump on the bed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let my kids jump on the bed. I'm gonna let my kids jump on the couch because I'm gonna be like that. And so learning as a father, you don't want your kids to jump in on the couch. And going through that type of like, oh, okay, a parent, I want to be the best friend for them, but no, they're my child. This is my child. I want to make sure that they are successful and
Totally.
not successful definitely, but just open to what's out there, to cultures. That's why we love to travel. I mean, we've taken our kids. My daughter has been 2-3 times to Disneyland. We've taken the kids twice to New Zealand, to the mainland. We've done 6 states.
Sheesh.
And we are definitely that family that's walking on the plane, and everyone's looking at us.
Yeah.
Please don't.
Please don't sit there. Please don't sit behind me. Please don't sit behind me.
And then the sigh of air that happens right when we're walking past. But after, and I'm gonna say it, after every time we've traveled, everyone around us. I mean, there have been times where we've passed our kids around, and now seat 22A has our child, and she's like, she's fine. And we're passing to to the air hostess and everyone else.
Yeah.
We are definitely that family in there. But my wife is awesome with deals, with finding the best travel hacks and the best things to make our kids comfortable with everything. So yeah, we grew up with big families. My wife is one of 14. I'm 4 of 8. Number 4 of 8.
Big families.
And traveling wise, for both of us were scarce only because of the amount of us.
Mm-hmm.
My wife traveled a lot more, being the eldest and having grandparents that will take her out. But we didn't want that for our kids, so we also have timeshare as well. That's another investment for us, and that's been a blessing too.
Crazy.
It's allowed us to travel.
Yeah,
bro.
That's
awesome, and
bro.
This is why we're here, to create memories. I want to be that father, like you said, bro.
Yeah.
The dad. Oh my gosh, my dad was so
Legacy.
awesome.
Build your legacy.
Bro, that's what it's about. And every day we have a chance to do that.
Dude, awesome advice. Bro, I just want to thank you, bro, for being on the first podcast. We did it, bro. Oh my gosh. 46, almost an hour later.
Hey,
this
awesome,
is our
bro.
first podcast, bro. The Moko's in the
Thank
building.
you for having me, bro. Thank you for asking.
Thank you, bro. Let me give you a...
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Thank you guys for tuning in on episode 1 of the High Times podcast. Once again, big shout out to our sponsors, Ula Ula Fishing Company. We got Nick, Ani Construction, Tigers Towing, Honors Brand, and Ola Brew Company in the house. Until next time, we will see you guys later. Let's go.